Wait, sit right here?
Yeah, come on in, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. You're switching cars. I went to see if my car was marked up. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Nice to see you.
You too. You're gonna need to put that on, and so am I.
Okay. You got a new car.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Well, Don Allen takes good care of me.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
What's your day like?
That's my car, huh? My day's good. I went up to the office to hang out for a minute.
You just go there for socializing now, or do you actually do work?
No, well, if things need to be done, I've been working there for so long that if Glenna now runs the office.
She does. Okay.
Yeah, she runs the office. She's in charge. But if she needs things done, some research done, and things like that, the knowledge that I have and all of that, I just put it to use. They just call me in. Sometimes I'm in there for a while, we're dealing with, getting the contracts or reporting, doing the reports to the state and all that stuff.
Right. Why don't you tell the folks out there what you do?
What, at the CPC?
Well, what you did do, yeah.
Oh, what I did at the CPC.
And what does the CPC do?
The Community Preservation Committee.
Yeah.
What we do is, there was a Community Preservation Act that came through on the state way back in 2000, then it's before 2000, 1999, I guess, and it was voted in. And
is it it's statewide? It's for all towns?
Yes, it's statewide.
Okay.
And then the state invited all the towns, if they wanted to join, to vote it in. They had to vote to get it accepted for their particular town.
Why would you need to vote it in?
Well, the citizens have to vote on it because what it is the money part of the money comes from an excise tax that's charged on property owners. It goes from 1.5% to 3% excise tax, and then in the beginning it was matched by the state 100%. Then it became 50%. Now I don't know what it is now. It's stabilized at something, and for me to quote it now, I might be incorrect.
Okay, but they do give you something.
You get a matching fund. So we end up, Nantucket ends up in the end with close to $2 million every year. And the money is spent for 3 different areas: for historic preservation, affordable housing, and open space, which includes recreation and all of that. So we've been doing it since we voted it in town meeting in 2000. And the first committee came on the first year, and we started getting funds in 2001. So Nantucket have been very, very much involved in this since then. And we are actually one of the few towns in the beginning to just go. We went with all 3. There's some communities, I think, that just do the historic preservation part. We do all 3.
Do we do them equally?
Yes. You do them
is that part of the charter of
Yes, that's part of it. And anyone can access it by going on the state website or going to the CPC and getting on the CPC website of the town, and they can find out all about it. It's not very complicated to understand, but they'll see the whole, they'll see the bill, and they'll see what it's all about. As we are driving around, if we pass anything or any building that that CPC has been involved in, I'm pointing them out.
I mean, you must have done a lot since 2000.
It has been a lot. I went on first. I was on the Park and Rec Commission, and when CPC first came in, so I asked the commission at that time. I said, look, if CPC comes in and we voted in, I would like to be on that committee. And of course, I went on the committee. There's a representative from different committees in the town, and there are 9 members. Two out of the 9 are elected possessions.
Yep.
And 7 are all appointed by different.
But you finally got a job there at some point. When did you start working there?
I don't remember, but I'll tell you what happened. What happened was we had administrators come in to run the office. We needed to have someone in the office, but the office was a busy office, and we didn't have the finances, or we weren't the wherewithal to we couldn't afford to pay anybody for a full time. It was all
in the beginning.
part-time. Yeah, in the beginning.
Right.
So people would come, they last 6 months, and then they'll leave, or they'll come and they'll think that they can do it for a while, and they realize that they can't, and they saw the volume of work that's involved, and they'll leave because the work was not getting less and less, or you weren't getting comfortable with it, so it goes in an even keel.
Right.
It was becoming more and more. The more you do, the more there was to do.
Sure. Well, the more money that came in, the more you had to do.
Yeah, but also you had projects going from year to year, because like some communities, for instance, they can do a project in a year. Nantucket is different. We have to wait for certain seasons to do things, especially when you get into historic preservation or restoration.
Give us some examples. No.
One of our first things we did was, for instance, one of the first projects we did was the Athenaeum. The Athenaeum, if you can look back a few years, the Athenaeum, all the fascia boards and the rakes and all that stuff was all rotted out.
Yeah.
And all of that. So they came to the CPC for funding. And in order to do that, it's a historic building. In order to do that, and then also with the town and regulations, they had to put up scaffolding. They had to do this. They definitely cannot do it in the summertime. And it may or may not take more than a year to do. So they will do part of it now, close down for the summer, come back in the winter and do as much as they can, and it might go on for a couple of years. I believe it went on for a couple of years. So the glory and the beauty of the Athenaeum that you see right now is the result of monies from the CPC.
But how much money is the max that someone can get from the CPC? Is there a max?
No.
No?
I'm saying no because we have projects that are ongoing.
I see. So every year you can come back and get more money.
Every year you can come back and get it. Nothing is guaranteed, I'm going to say.
No.
Just straight up. But
I got to ask you. Yeah, no. I mean, but with all that money, does any of it get lost, or does any of it favor? Is it hard to? Can it get corrupted? Is it possible for it to be corrupted?
We have had monies that were given to projects, and
you can't watch everything, right?
No, you can't. Yeah. Like I hate to bring up things like this because here, I'm talking about
people are wondering.
There's one that I'm thinking about right now. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I think it's not from corruption or nothing illegal. It was just some lack of knowledge. For instance, we had with the town, we had the playing fields. The playing fields were there. The one at Nobody Farm Road, the soccer fields.
Of course.
Like if you look at it now, but first, the whole controversy with the turf. Everybody knows that.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you look at the turf now, in it there's a whale.
You mean
a figure of a whale, like the whalers. That was so that means that belongs basically to Nantucket. That's a symbol of Nantucket High School sports program.
Right.
That was a community project. But because CPC, it was taken away from the CPC and the town, and given to the town, the town, the money that was used, the money got, it wasn't used in the way it was in the proposal.
I see.
Like when anyone who brings a proposal in to the CPC, they might be for windows.
Yeah.
And they might have some money left over. And they say, look, we have this money for the windows, and we did it for the windows, but we have this extra money. Is it possible that we can use it for the doors? So we will tell them, if you want to do that, put it in a request, bring it to the CPC, and the CPC will make a determination if it falls within the scope of the work. And that's what the CPC has done for the Nantucket community.
What do you do if someone doesn't do it the way they said and they use it for something else? Is there a penalty?
Well, we haven't had...
Yeah. Well, it hasn't gotten to that issue that strongly yet, right? Or
I guess it's not that strongly, or it has, but because it was in the community, the community's getting use of it, and I think the committee here, the CPC here, the members of the committee, and there have been quite a few that's gone through, the people are very generous. Like here, we're passing the Episcopal Church, the Tiffany windows. Those got a little bit of they got a grant to get repaired because it was going in disrepair.
Can they use their own money as well as this?
Like when a project like this comes, they come and they're showing us that they can get some more. They're getting some like this handicap access.
Yeah, you help with that
funds,
too.
Yeah, all that and all of that. Help with all of that. And but when they come and they show us where they have made an effort themselves, they are also making an effort to raise funds. So they're not coming for all the money from us. They're coming for some of the money from us.
Okay.
You know, and that's one of the things that the CPC look for. We're going to give you money, but are you going to raise
what
any
percentage of money do they raise themselves?
Right, exactly.
What would you say, though?
Exactly. Well, you know, it all depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. It depends on the individuals. It depends on, you know, like, that's part
What's
of
the budget
that,
right now?
That is part of what the interview process is all about.
Of course. But I'm saying, how much money does the CPC raise each year now, currently, roughly?
It's roughly about $2 million a year.
$2 million right now.
Approximately $2 million a year. But you know, we have money that goes. We have projects on the books that go back years. That, you know, like this, you're passing by the Methodist Church right now.
Amazing.
Yeah, all of that.
Did you do that?
CPC funds, along with the, you know, monies from the congregation.
You know, for years that place roof looked horrible.
Yeah, the roof. You look back here, you look up, you know, the windows.
Yes, exactly.
You know, the painting, and you know, because what they had to do, take out the rot and all of that. You know, they were trying to get us in this house here.
This condo?
Yeah, the Mariner house.
They tried to?
They came in for a grant. They didn't get funded.
Well, they're a condo.
Because it's a condo, but it's a historic preservation. It's the only building that was left after the fire. Well, there was a thing, for instance, like I'm going to say it might have been something kind of unfavorable. Maybe the owners of the condo weren't willing to put in enough money to, you know, to support the project.
Got it. I see. So you got to put some money in yourself.
I'm giving you a supposition. Yeah, that's a supposition I'm giving you, not an actual.